you guys are being disrespectful to me. And I says, what are you talking about? He says, you guys are putting a white guy on me. That's disrespectful.
Now sway. I play Steel Benoit every single day. My girls like me because of my sway. Newbie Pacini, get out my way. He peeny potato, he clear any day. Could be a Milani. Oh, now I know why the audio wasn't working. But today we got Larry Bird. Stories that proves he's the best team trash talker. But I reacted to a 60-point game, but you probably will only hear me because my computer audio wasn't working. It's probably going to be at the end of this video. So let's get into this.
And I'm looking at this guy like,
Bird talk shit, like we talk. Let me tell y'all something. Bird used to tell me.
This how Bird talk. Nah, I'm gonna cook the motherfuckers out there now. Well, cook the motherfuckers out there. No, I'm just joking.
Like, I'm gonna go shoot this motherfucking jumper in your face right there in that corner. And it's gonna be your Christmas present. I'm gonna wrap it up and bust your head open. All that shit.
He told me, young fella, let me tell you something. I can shoot a jumper anywhere I want to. You supposed to be a great defender, right? I'm gonna make sure I tell you where I'm gonna shoot the ball at. And I was like, man, come on now. You're not gonna shoot the ball. And so he said, I'm gonna take you over in that corner right there. You see it over there by my bench, right? And I'm gonna give you something, and it's gonna be this jumper. So he went right to that corner, and I'm up on him, I'm under him. And he said, young fella, what did I tell you I was going to do? And he turned around, raised up, it was all drawn.
Oh, shit.
And I said, shit, I ain't going to mess with you no more.
He was the coldest dude I ever seen with that shit, man. Everybody be talking about these greats. They'll be always mentioning him. He was the shit. Yeah. The shit, man. He'll give it to you any way you want.
Oh, my gosh.
Yeah. The shit, man. He'll give it to you.
I think you lose your black card
any way you wanted to. Larry Bird was cold.
Bird didn't talk trash to you.
Oh my God, Bird talk trash to everybody. I always tell the story about Larry Bird. I remember him, he was cursing under his breath. And I asked him, I said, Larry, what's going on with you? He says, you guys are being disrespectful to me. And I says, what are you talking about? He says, you guys are putting a white guy on me. That's disrespectful. He says, you guys are being disrespectful to me. And I says, what are you talking about? He says, you guys are putting a white guy on.
I'm not going to lie. Larry Bird come from that tough environment. He probably has more of a black card than me. I'm not even going to lie to you.
On me. That's disrespectful. I just started laughing. I had no comeback when he says, it's disrespectful when y'all put a white guy on me.
Larry said, I'm insulted that they would put a sorry dude like you on me. He said, no, I don't even want to play no more. He would drop the ball and take a turnover. And I'm looking at this guy like, he's nuts, you know?
The story goes that when he played against Denver, they had a guy named John Hansley, a white guy, really good defender, right?
Okay.
They put him on Larry, and Larry was weighing his ass out. Absolutely. And Larry would run by the bench and tell Doug Moe, who's the coach, get him off me. That's disrespectful. Put a black guy on me. Because when he played back in the day, that's all he played against was brothers. So he was like, I had to torch his ass so they understand.
And Larry got on the roll, started shooting the balls. Every shot was going in. All right, you're runs by Frank Layden, who's
how do you even make that
in the league?
In the game too.
And Larry would say stuff. Hey Frank, don't you have anybody on that bench who can guard me? He goes, so nobody out here can. Frank looked down at the bench and goes, no.
Along with Steve Jones and Rick Barry, this is Bob Neal.
Shoot.
Down at the bench and goes, no.
Negative 100
Along with
team
Steve
chemistry.
Jones and Rick Barry, this is Bob Neal. Just moments before the American Airlines Sheraton long-distance shootout.
The All-Star game is in Dallas, the first three-point contest, and he just starts looking at guys, doesn't say a word, and people are getting kind of nervous. Everybody's sitting there, everybody's real quiet. You knew the guys, but you never were around them. And nobody's really saying anything, so I walk in and look around, and then he finally speaks and says, I'm just looking to see who's going to finish second.
And says, I hope all you guys in here are thinking about second place because I'm winning this.
Excuse me?
I heard this
who's
story.
playing for second?
Yeah, I did. I felt so bad.
When you walked in there, what were you thinking when you made that announcement to the room? Just messing with all the guys?
I know going into that, I'm never in the locker room.
Nah, he's the type of guy that could come in. Bro, he'll come in the locker. Bro, he'll come in before an NBA game with a cigar, bro. ready.
Robert said something that there's no way in hell. I was
All
gonna
he
win
has
that
to tell the
three-point
coaches, I'm
contest.
ready.
So I knew right there that I had to win.
That chick said my name on it for a week now, and I knew I was going to win this thing. I've been practicing, and my teammates said I wasn't going to win it, but I came back and lucked out, really.
Bird would luck out again the next year, but in 1988, it looked like his luck had finally run out. He certainly doesn't have that normal Bird rhythm going for him. Come on, man. Seconds remaining, has only 7, has to beat 15. That's 8, make it 9.
Isn't this when he got injured?
10, 11 as we're counting. 13.
Huge rack that time for Bird.
He's still got to drop one here quickly. 14. This is a tie for the money. Yo! 13.
Huge rack that time for Bird.
This is a great remaster. This is a great remaster.
Here quickly. 14. This is a
Remaster
tie
video.
for the money. Yo! 14. 13.
Huge rack that time for Bird.
He's still got to drop one here quickly. 14. This is a tie for the money. Yo!
It doesn't look pretty, but it's going in. He's winning
what
though.
the score was. He knew that ball was going to win the competition for him, and it's almost
Better
like he
three-point
did it in
shooter than
dramatic
Jordan.
fashion just to make it more fun.
He knew it when he let it go and was headed for the winner's circle.
He took off his top yet. I didn't see when he took off his top.
Larry used to come in the locker room. He'd be getting his ankles taped, and he'd say, hey, ball boy, run in and go find the scoring record in this building. He needed those kind of challenges.
He had accomplished every goal. We hadn't lost a game on the trip. And Larry told all of us players and the media too, tomorrow night's the last game of the trip. I'm going to play this with left-handed at least through 3 quarters.
And it was at a time when, McHale was still coming off the bench.
And so Larry scores his 6th point on a left-handed shot.
And they said he was saving it for the Lakers. But I don't care. But the NBA is supposed to be the top profession. What makes you decide, I'm going to just play this with my left hand? Stop it.
I'll never forget him. McHale yells out.
And McHale goes, hey, Jerome, when do we start shooting right-handed?
And at the end of 3 quarters, I get 27 points left-handed. Well, left-handed is one thing, but when the game got close, I had to go back to the right one.
He could hold all these things in his head during the game. So he'd have a shooting drill at the old Boston
still
Garden.
crazy.
4:30 in the afternoon. I was an early guy. I'd set up early. The garden would be dark.
Late in the afternoon by himself, dark garden. Come out with an
How do you get bored during an NBA game?
equipment guy and just do the perimeter, shoot for half hour. All you heard was swishing.
If he missed a shot during that thing, he'd say that the Bull Gang set up something wrong with the rim. Otherwise that would have gone in.
I'd get there early, plug in my Stone Age computer right next to the bench. He'd come over, he called me Scoop. He said, Scoop, what are you working on? I'm saying, I'm doing an early story.
And I'd say, well, I'm doing an early edition newspaper story about your free throw streak.
You are approximating the NBA record for consecutive free throws, so don't miss one tonight or I'll look bad in the paper.
Sure enough, first half, he goes to the line for 2, and the foul line is lined up right where we're sitting if he looks over.
He's at the line. He makes the first.
He looks over and winks at me.
He looks over and winks at me before he makes the second. I mean, guys don't do that today. And he would
always thinking about these things. It's like paying off a bet in the middle of the game. He was doing 2 things at once.
Well, you had the bird night.
I had the bird night. Yeah.
I really wish there was some mic'd up clips. Can someone please recommend me some mic'd up clips? Because I want to see him talking crazy.
That was a tough night, man.
But nobody was guarding Bird, were they?
Well, we were trying.
You were trying to.
But when a guy is literally coming up the court, calling his shots. It's in that game. We're on the free throw line, and he literally says,
"It's off the glass. Who's next? Where do you want this one from?" And he just made one after another, and he just tortured mentally that game. He tortured all of them.
I think Bird went by the bench one time, too.
He fell in the bench.
Oh,
yeah. And he called that one. That was the one where he fell in it. He literally said, off the glass into the trainer.
No way.
Yeah.
His last shot, he said, in the trainer's lap, coming down the court. He shot this high rate.
Well, that's like some anime shit. But if you call off your finishing move in basketball, if you do that during an NBA game, there's something wrong with you. You belong in anime.
It goes in. Ricky bumps into him.
You gotta be talented for that. Super talented.
So it was exactly what he said.
Antoine Carr and Cliff Livingston got fined by Fratello, I think.
And Andy Johnson for celebrating
Bird.
Yeah, it was the best film session. Every time when I see Mike, we still laugh.
God,
it was the greatest film session ever because back then, you watched the real game and just went, with a video, and
Mike rewound the celebration 20 times.
And they show a shot of our bench. Cliff Livingston and Eddie Johnson are standing up giving each other high five.
I mean, everybody was entertained by this. The guys on the Atlanta
Why are you guys giving each other a high five, bro? You're losing.
and a
They
bench.
got fined for that, I heard.
Yeah, watch the reactions on the Atlanta bench. You see
They got
Scotty
the towel
Hastings
up there
put them- yeah.
laughing.
Watch Cliff Livingston over here. I think this is Cliff. Oh,
And Fratello wouldn't let it go. He just kept rewinding. Showing the guys, you remember they're giving each other high five.
And then somebody falls off the bench.
Yeah,
too.
that was Eddie Johnson.
Yeah.
Eddie Johnson falls off the bench in laughter, and Antoine Carr and Cliff gives each other high five. And our film session was 20 minutes of that.
All right, so this is what happens. This is what happens. This ruins team chemistry. This ruins team's chemistry. No, bro, the greats wouldn't be laughing, you know? The greats wouldn't be laughing.
It was a bad night.
The first game against Larry Bird, it was shocking. And I'm a rookie, you know. I go shake his hand, and he put both hands behind his back. And I'm saying, okay, he's getting his head ready to play. First play of the game, he says, I don't know where they got you guarding me, Holmes. And he shoots a three. I was pissed. I said, I wasn't mad he hit the three. But this bitch just called me Holmes. And so it's set up for a really interesting game. Because I remember one time I came down and I dunked it on him. He laying on the ground. He fouled me, and I'm pointing. And he said, hey, Rook. I said, what? He said, I like you. He said, you got balls, but I'm still going to get 30 on your ass.
Yeah.
He got about 38, so he kind of proved his point. But I had to pay my dues. I wasn't upset about that because, back then, as a rookie, you got to pay. I like
Shoot a thing on him.
Really, I'm pissed. I don't know where they got you guarding me, Holmes. And he
That's fucking
shoots
crazy.
a three. I was pissed. I said, I wasn't mad he hit the three. But this bitch just called me Holmes. And so it's set up for a really interesting game. Because I remember one time I came down and I dunked it on him. He laying on the ground. He fouled me, and I'm pointing. And he said, hey, Rook. I said, what? He said, I like you. He said, you got balls, but I'm still going to get 30 on your ass. He got about 38, so he kind of proved his point. But I had to pay my dues. I wasn't upset about that because, back then,
at
as
least
a
you
rookie,
dunk on him.
You
But
got to pay your dues.
still got your
Simple
ass
as that.
It was funny. The first time that I played in my rookie year, I guarded Larry Bird, and it took
You
me
got the
about 10
juice
minutes to
haircut.
realize I should be probably guarding him instead of staring at him. And he came down. It was funny. He came down one time, and Mark West was the center on our team. And Larry looked at me, and then he looked at Mark, and he said, Mark, I'm going to go down. I'm going to come off the screen. I'm going to catch it right there. I'm going to turn around. I'm going to shoot it in the rookie's face, and then I'm going to run down the floor. And that's exactly what he did. And I'm sitting there. That just happened.
But did he?
Yeah, that's bullying. Come on, Larry. That's bullying.
talk to you, or you weren't
He
good
talked
enough?
through me. He never addressed me.
I love that.
He doesn't even look at you as a threat. He looks at you like you're a clone, like you're a cone, like you're a robot.
Like I wasn't even there.
And did Mark West going?
Mark was like, all right,
okay, yeah, all right.
You probably will.
Hey,
Good luck.
And then he did.
He did it.
But
There was nothing I could do about it.
He backed up whatever he said. If he tell you going to hit a shot to a certain place, or if he going to take you down to the post, turn around, hit a fadeaway J, he going to do just that.
Dude.
Or if he going to take you down to the post, turn
Dude.
around, hit a fadeaway J.
Come on, man.
He going to do just that, and ain't nothing you can do about it.
These guys came in together in 81. There's Kevin, there's Larry, there's Robert, Dennis Johnson, Danny Ainge. They knew what each other could do. And what I did was said, okay, let's see what's happening out there. And you'd see Larry shooting a three-pointer, and then I call a timeout, and they didn't count the three-pointer.
Larry just hit what would have been the game-winning shot that KC called timeout.
It won't count.
I heard this. And then he hit another three on their face.
Timeout.
Larry came back to the bench.
Hit the three in the same place.
So he's very upset with that. So I diagrammed the play. He says, head with the play, Case. Hey, guys, when I come back after timeout, I'm going to go right to the same spot. I'm going to kick it in. Give me the ball and tell all the rest of you.
That's crazy. You're going to hit the game winner from the same spot. You would think the other team would be prepared, but you just don't care. You just look at them like their defense has that big of a liability that you're just going to do the same thing.
Guys, get out of the way. I said,
and
shut
you
up,
don't
Larry.
care. You feel confident.
I'm the coach here. Okay. All right. Dennis, you take the ball out, give it to Kevin, then you throw it to Larry, and everybody get the hell out of the way.
And Bird is out by the three-point line, and he's being guarded by a guy named Johnny High.
He goes down before the ball is thrown in, and he's standing right in front of the Phoenix bench, and he looks at all the guys on the bench and says,
"Yeah, I'm just fixing to bust a three on you guys and just go home. I'm tired of this."
and he says, "Watch my hand as I follow through."
And, Johnny High sort of smiles and laughs about it.
And I was supposed to cut off the high post and post up for a second and then go across and set a pick. Well, I came off the pick and I was wide open and I stood there waiting for the ball. I had a smaller guy to post up and Larry just waved me out of the way saying, "Get out of here, get out of the way."
And then he just turns around and shoots a perfect three.
As the ball's in the air, he kind of turns towards the Phoenix bench and yells, "Told you so!" He stops running to the locker room.
As he continues on to the dressing room. Now, that's what you call arrogance.
And from that time, I learned to run Larry's play, not the coach's play.
He wanted the light on him. He wanted the focus. And he wanted that ball. And in case he would ever call somebody else's play, Larry would just say, no. I'm shooting this ball. And he would.
I get a charge when I tell someone on the opposing team that I'm going to hit the last second shot and then do it. That's what it's all about.
High game, 13 seconds to play. Celtics basketball.
During the timeout, I'm going through a play. And about that time, Larry steps in and says, "Coach, why don't you just give me the ball and tell everybody to get out of the way?" It's Larry. If he wants the ball, he wants the ball. After the timeout, we walked back on the court, and then Xavier was guarding him. So he tells Xavier, he says, "I'm getting the ball."
I said, "I know I'm going to be waiting." And he said, "I'm going to get it right here. I'm going to shoot it right in your face."
5, and Bird has the basketball. Look out.
Double team,
Larry
by the way.
Bird, just phenomenal the way that
He came out when about that exact spot.
Dude was so focused on Larry Bird. Look at this.
Bird has the basketball. Look out.
Right here. I'm going to shoot it right in your face.
5, and
He did
Bird
not even care about guarding him. He was, let's go get Larry Bird.
has the basketball. Look out. Larry Bird, just phenomenal the way that
He came out when about that exact spot and shot a shot right in my face. And, he was like, "I didn't mean to leave 2 seconds on the clock." I walked back to the sideline like, damn.
Larry Bird was one of the biggest trash talkers in basketball. And a lot of people say, really? They thought it was Reggie or Charles. Larry Bird talked more trash on the basketball court than anybody I've ever played against. So we playing him the last play. He says to James Worthy, he says, "You guys don't have to worry about it. I'm going to go right over there that corner. And I'm going to catch it, I'm going to shoot it, and I'm going to tie the game or win the game, whatever the case may be." They take the ball out, and I think it was either Danny or
DJ?
the late, great DJ.
Yeah.
You DJ coming down, right, with the ball. Oh, great DJ, that's good. So pass it to Larry, he's in that corner. Now I got to go out
She
and
passed
throw
away.
Larry Bird out. So as I'm running out to Larry Bird, he's talking trash to me. I don't know why you running out here. Who says that in the middle of the game? He said, "I'm going to wait till you get 1 step away from me and I'm going to shoot it right in your face." So I got 1 step away.
My bad.
He shoots it all net. 3-pointer. Good.
Take the ball out, man crow right to the corner, caught the shot, shot a three. Game over. It's like, are you effing kidding me?
And he turned to me and said, "You did all that running for nothing."
And he was saying in such a calm way that you didn't think it was trash talking, but it's trash talking. You're not going to tell me you're going to go over there and shoot the ball in my face. That's trash talking. But he would tell you before the play even started. He'd tell you where he's going. He'd tell you when he catches, there's nothing you can do about it. And it was great trash
That's
talking.
worse than trash
It
talking.
wasn't
That's
vulgar.
bullying.
I mean, he wasn't pounding his chest. You can just be standing next to him.
That's like telling a little kid, "I'm gonna do this." That's like a receiver telling a DB they're out
jump out
before the play even starts.
try to block a shot on rotation, and he say, "Scott, you jump high, but you don't jump that high. You can't get this." Scott, you're a little too late. Scott, you're not getting that. Why are you even jumping? Why are you running out of it? But it was all game.
He'd say something like, "Don't do that."
Yeah, don't do that. I mean, he talked the whole game, and it was, after the game and after years of thinking about, like, man, that dude, why he's one of the greatest players ever played.
He was ridiculous. He
It's like the ball just
our
connects
sportscaster played the
inside of the
Superman
hole
thing
once he
when he
shoots.
was talking about him that night after the game because he did everything: points, rebounds, assists, just steals, you name it. Larry has such a great mind for the game. I had a lot of respect for him as a competitor.
That competitive nature, the work ethic, because I asked a lot of questions. Playing with Byron Scott, I asked him a lot of questions. Eddie Jones, Magic, James Worthy, Kurt Rambis, all the Laker greats, I would always sit down and just ask them questions. What actually happened there? What did you feel there? Why? You know, Bird tough to defend. Why? Because you look slow as shit to me. So like, I'm missing something. So like, tell me what I'm missing. You know what I mean?
You know, like I was saying, growing up in Boston, people all used to always talking about that he can't jump, he can't do this, he can't do that. And, you know, a lot of my friends was like that, you know. So, I got to the league. I called all my friends back up. I said, you know, all that trash that you were talking, you need to squash all that. This man is great. Whatever you were saying, for a man who can't jump, he's demolishing everybody. He's doing it on everybody. He's doing it on the best
can't jump. He's
defensive
still
players in
dunking,
the
though.
league.
Yeah, I never forget driving, and I'm listening to a game. It's New Mexico State playing Indiana State. I don't really care about the game, but New Mexico State is right up the streets from El Paso, and I went to UTEP, and we're big rivalries. So I'm hoping that Indiana State will beat New Mexico State. And I'm listening to the radio, and I have no clue of the players on either team. All of a sudden, this name keeps coming. Bird. He goes to the right. Bird. He makes the shot. Bird. I said, God damn, who is Bird?
Well, he pulling up from everywhere.
Goes to the right. Bird. He makes the shot.
Come on.
Bird. I said, God damn, who is Bird? Bird. You know, here's Bird. And Bird this. And Bird. Oh, did you see the pass that Bird made? I can't see it, but I'm just trying to imagine it. When the time I got to the end, I said, damn, that brother can play. When I got the news.
Yeah, that was a nice pass, though.
And Bird this and Bird. Oh, did you see the pass that Bird made? I can't see it, but I'm just trying to imagine it. When the time I got to the end, I said, damn, that brother can play. When I got the newspaper the next morning and saw Larry's picture, I said, damn.
I said, that brother.
The next morning and saw Larry's picture, I said, damn. Larry, it wasn't you, you know, be honest with you. The young lady that said you were her favorite player, mine too. I love you too, Magic, but not as much as I like Bird.
People always talk about great basketball players, and they don't never mention him to be up in that round. But Larry Bird was cold. I don't think nobody ever could get out with him. You ask Magic. That's why Magic had a run, and he was mad when he had to retire in 92 because of what he was going to be missing with Larry Bird. And then you remember Larry Bird took 2 more years, and then he quit because he said his main guy who he wanted to play against is gone.
I'm going to tell this story. We're in LA, and I'm hurt. I got a pulled hamstring.
That rivalry
So I'm not
was
playing
crazy.
tonight. So I can't play against the Celtics. You know, I'm killing myself. You know, Larry's warming up. The anthem is sung and get introduced. And right before they go out on the court, Larry comes down and says, you know what? Since you're here, I'm going to put a show on for you. So you just sit back and watch, okay? Don't worry. I'm going to put a show on for you. And I'm like, man, get out of my face, man. Want to hear that? You know, this Celtics and the Lakers. And he went out. I think he scored 38 points, about 20 rebounds, about 15 assists. And every shot he would shoot, he would turn to me. Every time he hit one, he look at me. And I said, boy, you know, the thing about it that I love about you is that most guys talk trash and can't bag it up. But Mr. Bird, you know you can bag your trash talking up. And last but not least, I'm going to say this because you told me one lie. You only told me one lie in your career. Only one. And you only lied to the fans and all the people in the world one time. Do you know what that lie was? You don't remember, do you? Larry Bird said that there would be another Larry Bird one day. And Larry, there will never, ever, ever be
This is
another
during his
Larry
ceremony.
Bird. And so, this is mine, and I signed it to you, to the greatest basketball player ever, but more important, a friend forever. I love you, I respect you, and I admire you.
Yeah, 2 kings at each other's throats. 2 kings at each other's throats. You got full hacker. Yo, so today we be watching Larry Bird, 60-point game. 60-point game. Let's get into this. You guys told me to react to this. And then we're going to watch his best trash talking video. And then we're going to watch the courtship of Magic Johnson. Okay. Let's get into this. Larry Bird. Legendary 60-point game.
Left corner, down low for Bird with position. He fakes it and
where's the audio?
Bird
There's no audio?
Left corner, down low for Bird with position. He fakes it and shoots it good. Bird have had great games against each other this year. DJ in the lane, Bird the fall away is good. Great touch. Mikhail, the #1 team, is reunited. Dennis Johnson misses the shot. Rebound Bird. Bird on the baseline. Great pass. Oh, what a pass. Great. Larry Bird to Mikhail.
But there's not a lot of people that could assist and still get 60 points.
DJ up top. Off the pick comes Bird for the bomb.
I'm not gonna lie, that thing's smooth.
DJ up top. Off the pick comes Bird for the bomb.
Like, bro, how can people say his jump shot was terrible? Like, people made me think he was shooting like this when I first heard Larry Bird. Like, bro, I know a friend I was playing against told me he had a Larry Bird jump shot, and this man was shooting like this. But where's the audio?
In front court, posted up high is Parrish. Off to Bird for the open 20-footer. It's good. Johnson court, posted up high is Parrish. Off to Bird for the open 20-footer. It's good. Johnson comes across. DJ.
People told me they remind him of KD.
Down low, Bird. He gets away from the steal. The layup is
they say his most comparison is KD.
Right corner, Bird. Backs in. Posted up, Bird. Takes the jumper and hits it. Tell you what, they've tuned each other up.
Getting 60 points off just straight twos is like one of the most talented things to ever do, I think. 60 points off twos. Only people. The only people, people that I think could get two nowadays. It's not common. 60 points off twos is probably Zion or Jimmy Butler. Like,
it's not the DJ. A lead for Bird front court. Bird shoots the jumper right side. Good. 3:15 remaining in the third. Bird posted left. Takes the jumper and hits it again. Boston ball up by 7, 89-82.
People say
Ray Williams down low.
Jumper is whack.
Feels it and takes it.
He's making all of them. All of them are wet.
Ray Williams down low for Bird.
Oh yeah, now I see it. The arc is crazy.
Feels it and Boston ball up by 7, 89-82. Ray Williams down low for Bird, who feels it and takes it and drills it again. He's unbelievable. 2:05 remaining in the third. Bird for the bomb. Got it again.
The arc is crazy, but still going in.
You're seeing the greatest in the game, Larry Bird. Dominique has 26. Bird with 8 seconds. Bird on the drive. The runner is good again.
Tough floater.
You're seeing a greater performance as you'll ever see from Larry Bird. In front court, here's Dennis Johnson. Down low for Bird. Right side, Bird. Bird, the follow-away. Tough shot, and he drills it again. That's his shot. They got to get Eddie out of there. He stubbed his toe. Right corner, Bird, bomb. Good.
Okay, I'm going to just put two reactions in the same video because I can't hear the audio, and this video is kind of short.
49. Atlanta calls timeout. He hurt his foot when he and Dennis Johnson collided on the sideline a moment ago. Doc Rivers back in. Bird.
Back down.
Bird the fall away. He drills it again. They open the right side. Bird the fall away. He drills it again. That's the best shooting I've ever seen in the game. Yes, indeed. Bird with 52. Dennis Johnson, a lead for Bird. They want him to keep scoring too.
Oh, and one.
Jumper and hits it again.
And one. And one.
Keep scoring too. Bird two.
Well, he's a bucket. And I heard his index finger has been broken ever since college. He was a better shooter. But he's making all
They want him to keep scoring too. Bird takes the jumper and hits it again. Bird has 54.
That's the meanest and one. Like, in your face.
One more.
Like, she's like leading in your face and just
Bird has 54. One more basket will tie the record Mikhail set for most points by a Celtic in one game, and Mikhail didn't set it more than a week ago. If he makes these two foul shots, he will tie Mikhail for most points ever by a Boston individual in a game. Isn't that an amazing coincidence?
Well, he's had 56 before. Larry Bird has.
That will be a team record at 56 points.
Bird has 55. He can tie the record with 56. Amazing.
Money.
He does. Ainge in backcourt. Dennis Johnson.
Get off him. Get off him.
Bird is on the baseline coming out right. There's
Yeah,
Bird.
I'm not gonna lie. I don't like how, yo, this doesn't happen that much today. Like, if you do this, I don't know if it would be too effective. Why are we pressing from the half court?
Dennis Johnson.
The only person that gets pressed from half court nowadays is probably Steph Curry.
Bird is on the baseline coming out right. There's Bird. Bird, 14 seconds. He got fouled. He hit the shot. They're not going to count it. And Bird falls into Joe O'Toole. They're not going to count
That thing wet though.
Oh, boy. He got fouled. He just threw it
That's
up
a
there
tough
and
shot.
went in.
Bro, it looks so unathletic the way he just, the way he just angle looks. It's like, it's so athletic. But his shot is wet every time.
Threw it up there
It's a
and
tough
went
shot
in.
to make.
Well, he has the record, and McHale goes over to congratulate him. McHale, Ainge, Larry Bird has 57 points, an all-time Boston record for one game. And McHale had set the record less than 2 weeks ago. Bird, foul shot, got it. And with 3 seconds, Bird will try another jumper and hit it at the buzzer. Bird has 60, another jumper. And with 3 seconds, Bird will try another jumper and hit it at the buzzer. Bird has 60 points. Larry Bird scored 60 points. Look at the Boston players mob him. Larry Bird scored 60.
Form is
It is
crazy,
the
but
greatest shooting
if your shot ain't
exhibition
broke,
I've ever seen in
don't
my
fix
life.
it.
Larry Bird, one more impossible shot after the other.
That was a great video. 60 points, not even off threes. 60 points, not even off threes. Let's see the comments. 60 points, not even off threes. The infamous game where even the, oh gosh, this is the one where they got fined. The Hawks bench reactions are freaking hilarious. Dang, I didn't even get. Let's see.
Bird will try another jumper and hit it at the buzzer. Bird, foul shot, got it. Kale had set
Yo, why are we celebrating for the other
Kale,
team? Come on.
well, he has the record.
Threw it up there and went in. Oh, boy.
Oh yeah,
He
this
got
the one.
fouled. He just threw it up there
Oh, he
and
getting
went
cooked
in.
out there. Yo, so how much did they get fined? $100? Because that's like $1 million nowadays. I mean, no, $100 is like $1 million back then, and their salaries were probably way less. His shot was so pure, it's ridiculous. Like, it's so pure, but so ugly. Like, his shot is so pure and so it looks ugly, kind of. It looks wet and it looks ugly at the same time. How an unathletic white guy destroyed the NBA. Bro, what if, I don't like how people put these type of titles. What if someone said how an unathletic black guy destroyed the NBA? Then it would be considered racist. Like, come on, man. Nobody could fully appreciate a performance like that.